said before, Kenny, is the ultimate maskana, that now we know, or we paskin, that the Bein Hashmoshes is the period of time between Shkia and Seisa Kachavim. But that's a debate. That's part of the debate we're having.
Right, but we never have that. I would have thought that one of the opinions of the debate is what's Lila, not when it's not red and it gets black above and below and blah, blah, blah. Say, Shlosha Kachavim. That's how we always say it. What's night? You go outside, you look, you see 3 medium stars, done.
Right. Now, by the way, so I think in Brachas, remember in Brachas where we learned this, it talks about that. Here, L'chora, they focused on the amount of time. Is it the amount of time that it takes to walk a half the meal? So they tried to give you a Zman Shir here. That this debate is related to a Zman Shir. Not because let's say the clouds are, the sky is cloudy and you can't see the stars. So we needed another way. Again, they didn't have watches either. But they did it in terms of how far you could walk, which was a different shear. Maybe to give you this, to give you the ability to tell the period of time of Bein Hashmoshes even when you can't see the sky. Because you got to see the sky to see Tzeisa Kachavim. That might be an answer, but it's a good question. I got to go back to the beginning of Brachas where we had this machlokas. Maybe somebody discussed. I don't see anybody discussing that here. Okay, so let's. I want to do. We're going to do a little bit of Lamed Hey, so that when we learn Shabbos at night, we're going to be fine. Because
which on Shabbos on Motzei Shabbos we'll be learning 37, right? 37.
No, 8:30.
No, I mean, but 37. You said we should learn by ourselves 35 and 36.
Well, no, because today is 33.
Shabbos is 36.
Shabbos is going to be 36. So I'm gonna do half of Lamed Hey now, so that way when we do Saturday night, we do 36. We'll be right on the block.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So it says v'chilufa b'chalsa. We just said that the shir between Rav Yosef in terms of the kviyas of Bein Hashmoshes is bigger. So the Gemara says here v'chilufa b'chalsa regarding the din of a large box called a kaveres is like a big honeycomb. There we're going to see that it's the opposite in terms of Rabba and Rav Yosef. Here he gave a bigger shir. He's going to give a litter shir. Rabba chalsa bas trei kuri shoy little tuma. That a honeycomb that can hold 2 kurs is mutter to move, is not muktzah. But ubas plus a kuri, if it's 3, also l'tatula. That means on Shabbos, if a kli is really, really big, see, most kelim are not muktzah on Shabbos. We can move kelim, we can touch kelim. But if a kli is very big, then there's a gzeira of muktzah. So Rabbah said, once you have a kli that's 3 kur big, you can't touch it. Rav Yosef Rabbas plus a kurinami shor. He said a vessel that is 3 kur is also permitted, but bas arba kuri also. If it's 4 kur, it's muktzah. Rabaya, boy mine demardish the b'shas ma'isa filu bas trei kuri lo sharili. I had asked Rava at the time that we were learning this halacha, who was his Rebbe, how to paskin halacha, and he did not allow me to touch a vessel even of 2 kur. Kiman kaitana, like the following time. It's not kaveres akash, a box that would hold straw. The kaveres akanim, or a box that holds reeds. Ubor and a bore, a pit. Sfina Alexandris, which was some kind of vessel that would hold clear water on a boat. even though they have legs. Ben Marzikos are boim saw belach, and they can hold 40 saw in liquid, which equals kurayim bayavish, which is 60 saw dry to hoyim. It's at least regarding tumah the tahara, because once you have a very, very big kli, you can't move such a kli. It's taken out of the status of a kli in terms of being makabel tumah. Okay. That from here we learn that when you have a heaping measure, that heaping measure is 1/3 more than the measure that's in there. We learn that from this statement that a kli that holds 40 liquid holds 60 dry. That's a heaping measure, because 20 out of 60 is 1/3. Abaye chazal Rava to call Davi l'mayriv. Now, Abaye saw Rava when he was trying to figure out whether it's ben hashmashis or not. He would look westward instead of eastward. Amar lei. So Abaye said to Rava, I don't understand. V'atan kol zman she'ein mizrach madini. The simonim that we were given in the Mishnah was what the eastward sky looks like. What are you looking west for? Amar lei misarvis pnei mizrach mamish. It doesn't mean the whole thing it has to do with west. Lo Madina is a Mizrach. It means it's he felt that it referred to what's going on westward. Ikad Amri. Other people say that this happened in a different way, that it's Rava Chazil Abaya, the Kodavi Mizrach, that it was Abaya that was looking east. Amar le Misarvis by Mizrach Mamish. And he said, Parim Madina is a Mizrach. You shouldn't look east, you should look west. The simonech kavsa. The way you'll remember is a window, because opposite of a window is the way you see the light coming. Is the way the Gemara explains this, and therefore there was this machlokas between Abaye and Rava whether the wording in the Mishnah referred to looking eastward or westward. Okay. He said that the period of time ben hashmashis is the amount of time that it took you to walk a half a mil. On Rav Chanina, if you want to know what the shear is, you shall, when he's on the coast, but he could still see the top of Hara Carmel, the Yerod, the Yitbul, Bayam, V'yala, and let him go down to the ocean and take a dip and come out of there. It'll take you a chatzi mil. So they gave you a much more specific geographic way of calculating the chatzi mil that we're talking about. It's not like just chatzi mil anywhere. It's being in this location where you could see the Carmel, and the amount of time that you took to go down to the ocean and get out of there, that was the chatzi mil. Meanwhile, on Rav Chia, Miriam. If you want to remember, there was a Be'er of Miriam that traveled with Klal Yisrael. If you want to see it, Yala LaRosh Carmel, go up to the top of the Carmel. A great event happened on the top of the Carmel. That was Eliyahu Navi and the Nevi'ei Habal, right? That occurred on Hara Carmel. So, but here he says, go up to the Carmel, the Yitzpeh V'yireh, Kimin Kavara Shomayim, go look at you'll see a certain area in the ocean, the Zui Be'er Shomayim, Miriam. And that's Be'er Miriam. Amarav.
Ernie, the Be'er of Miriam is in the Sea of Galilee. It's not in the ocean. They see it from the Carmel to the Be'er of Mayim. They say that the Be'er of Mayim deposited itself in the Sea of Galilee, in the Kinneret. And on Motzei Shabbos, there's a minhag for people to make Havdalah to go and get Mayim from that it comes out. There's a whole Kabbalah on it. The Sfaradim do it. They go. Rav Kook also, there was a Rav Kook that lived in Tveria, used to go and take the water out of the Kinneret. That's where they see it, in the Kinneret, and out of the Kinneret, and basically make a bracha on it for refuahs and yeshuas, because basically they believe that it comes out on Motzei Shabbos. So the Be'er of Miriam is in the Kinneret, not in the...
Right. It says, Mitor Mikomash LaBe'er Davka B'emtzo Shel Yam Kinneret. Rashi says, Shaim is Gagel and Yisrael b'midbar b'skusa Shel Miriam, v'somich le v'lo hayamayim le'eda. Yeah, it's Echanami. I didn't know this thing about Motzei Shabbos, but it's a nice word. V'zui Be'er Shemaim Arav Mayna Mitaltel, and in fact, a moving spring, it's treated like a mayan, and not like mayim she'uvim, right? We know that if you carry water, that is not kosher l'mikvah. Only a mayan, a spring that emanates naturally. So even though a mayanu moves, it's tohor, and that's be'er shel mayim. Even though it's movable, and you might think since normally if you move water, it's considered mayim shuvim, the be'er shel mayim remain tohor. The sheet of Rabbi Yehuda, which he gave us, he said the Kohanim could go be toivel then. Remember, we're talking about somebody was Tomei Sheretz or Tomei Nevela. One day, they went to the mikvah. They went to the mikvah Tvul Yom in the day. Then they needed hair of Shemesh, and they went to the mikvah again. And the question is, Aval Pisha Tzrichin hair of Shemesh, Achar Tvila Lecho B'Trumason, Ksavri Yamamu V'Yeshos Achol Shkias Acham. So this is considered their Tvila, and then they were going to wait for hair of Shemesh. It's mashma from here. Then Ben Hashmosha is still daytime, and we're going to wait for. There's going to still be a time for Shkias Acham. The Gemara wants to know Laman Ilem Rabbi Yehuda Sveiku. We don't. Rabbi Yehuda held that Ben Hashmosh is a Suffolk Yom Suffolk Laila, not Vada Yom. El Ben Hashmosh is Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Yosi Kohanim Tovim. It means Rabbi Yosi, who held that the difference between day and night is a hair of ayin. So that's what it's according to Rabbi Yosi that the Kohanim could be toivel. So Pshita, Avada. So Mal the same Ben Hashmosh is Rabbi Yosi is Meshach Shaykh Rabbi Yehuda. Maybe the Ben Hashmosh of Rabbi Yosi is considered within the Zman that Rabbi Yehuda gave us. Kamashmua, no, the Sholem Ben Hashmosh of Rabbi Yehuda, Vodim Maskal Ben Hashmosh of Rabbi Yosi. No. What Rabbi Yehuda says is Ben Hashmosh ends, and now the Ben Hashmosh of Rabbi Yosi starts. Regarding Shabbos, the halacha is like Rabbi Yehuda regarding Ben Hashmoshos. And V'alach Rabbi Yosi in Truma. Regarding this business, whether the Kohanim could be toivel, they could be toivel even in Ben Hashmoshos according to the sheet of Rabbi Yehuda. So Bishlam Alach Rabbi Yehuda in Shabbos lechumra. So we're going lechumra. We're going to treat it like Shabbos already because we're being machmer. Avalin in Truma Mahi. What is this din regarding that we're poskening like Rabbi Yosi in Truma? Ilema l'tfila, because if we're saying they could be toivel. Even Rabbi Yosi holds that Torah it's a safek. Why should it be? And the dinay of Tumah v'Tahara is also in Doraisa. Why shouldn't you be machmer there as well? Safek Doraisa is lechumra. Ela lachila is true. The loachli kohanim truma the sholim ben hashmosh Rabbi Yosi. That means the kohanim would not eat truma until nightfall mamish. So they would wait until this ben hashmosh of Rabbi Yosi finishes, which is a little bit after Rabbi Yehuda. Okay, we'll stop here. I want to wish everybody a freilich achad kosher v'sameach.
Ernie.
You as well, Ernie.